Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Reed Melton. My website is enjoybendlife.com. Feel free to go there anytime and check out all the great resources available to you if you are a home buyer or seller in Central Oregon, or if you're just interested in our area. Provide a lot of great tools there that are helpful to getting a handle on what's going on with our market. Speaking of our market, this morning, interest rates, according to Mortgage News Daily, for a 30-year fixed rate mortgage dropped to 5.09%. They were up to 5.3% a couple of days ago, so there's been a little bit of fluctuation there based on what's going on with our economy and a lot of other things. But I would encourage you to speak with local lenders if you are in the market for a loan to purchase a home, because when our rates were higher earlier in the week, there was a local lender that reported their rates for 30-year fixed rate mortgage at 4.66%. So big difference there, and those are pretty reasonable rates. So that's something that I think most people would agree. It's not 2.86, but in light of everything that's going on, not bad. So this week, as of Wednesday morning, there were 970 actively listed homes, single-family homes in Deschutes County. That was up 13 from the week before. So while our inventory is growing, it's not growing by much. We're at the time of year where things are going to start tapering down a bit. Our sales and pending activity has been pretty consistent for the last several weeks. But there's a segment of the market that I wanted to bring up because, for starters, we've had a decrease in sales in the second quarter. So if you look at April 1st through August 3rd, when I ran these numbers, in 2021, we had 2,059 sales. Now, 2021 was a pretty crazy year and there was a lot going on. This year, 2022, in that same period, April 1st through August 3rd, we had 1,590 sales. So sales have decreased significantly. That's a big drop. But that drop isn't across all price points. We have seen some price reductions. In many cases, they're very modest, just trying to come back in line with where the market is today. But if you look at sales over $1 million, which is a big segment of our market, I mean, the median sale price in Deschutes County is $600,000. If you look at Bend, I think it's about $750 right now. That fluctuates dramatically week to week based on what is sold. So clearly a lot of homes are being sold over $1 million. In 2021, we had 316 sales between April 1st and August 3rd of homes over $1 million. The median days that home was on the market was 5. In 2022, the median days didn't change. It was still 5 days on market, but we went from 316 to 358 homes sold over $1 million. So, in Central Oregon, the secret's out. People are coming here from big cities, and a lot of those people have the resources to buy the right home for them. And, if it's a little bit more money, it's not really slowing them down much, clearly looking at the numbers. So I just want to finish with a little story. It's a scam that I ran across a couple of days ago, working with a seller of a piece of vacant land that received a couple unsolicited offers. And after reviewing those offers, it's pretty clear to me that it's a scam, and I just want to pass them along in case somebody else is subject to this, so you don't fall for it. So the person that presented an unsolicited offer to my client it was an outlandishly high offer. I mean, running some comps for what the property is worth, they offered 4 or 5 times the value of the property. So, that would get anybody's attention, right? Oh, you're going to give me 4 times what my property's worth? Sure, let's do a deal. Well, they wanted it to be on their purchase agreement. Now, as a licensed real estate broker in the state of Oregon, I'm obligated to use our forms that our Board of Realtors provides to us, and there are many legal protections in there for both buyer and seller. One of the things that happens is when you're doing the transaction, the money that's transferring between parties is going into neutral escrow, neutral third party, which is a title company, to secure those funds. And nothing happens until you have agreement from both buyer and seller in writing, right? So buyer says, I'm going to buy this. Seller says, yeah, I'm going to sell it to you. Everybody's in agreement. At the closing date, money transfers. Well, in this particular scam, they had basically a one-page purchase agreement, if you could even call it that, where the seller was going to sign their name and sign that property over to a buyer, and then the buyer would, within 3 business days, send you a cashier's check. Well, guess what? That form, for all intents and purposes, is a quitclaim deed. So you take that to a title company. I would imagine that most title companies would say, wait a minute, what's going on here? We're not going to process that. But it probably wouldn't be too difficult to find somebody that's really busy and just says, yeah, okay, we'll process that. And then the property is in the buyer's name, and guess what? The cashier's check never arrives, or it arrives and it is immediately canceled, where the funds might transfer to your account, but now you're on the hook with the bank to return those funds. That's real life. That could happen. So I guess what I would say is, if you run across a scenario that looks too good to be true, call an agent that you trust. Of course, if it's in Central Oregon, I would be happy to review anything that you're concerned with. But take a look and make sure that you're not opening yourself up to something really bad. Because if you transferred your property to somebody and they have full ownership of it with no compensation, that's not going to feel very good. And even though there may, and I emphasize may, be legal recourse for that, that's a process that nobody wants to take on. You don't want to be wrapped up with attorneys and court cases trying to get back something that was rightfully yours that somebody stole from you. So there's all sorts of scams out there these days, not just in real estate, but that's just something that I had personal experience with and I thought I would share. So that's it. Our temperatures have moderated a bit. We're seeing highs in the 80s right now, which is just absolutely incredible. Just bunny running through my yard over there. Yeah, have a great weekend. If you have any questions about anything real estate related, please let me know. I'd be happy to help. Thank you.